Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Faith Unveiled. Today we're diving into some deep theological questions about Christianity. Joining me are my amazing co-hosts, Sophia, Nick, and Hazel. How's everyone doing today?
Hey Max, I'm super excited to be here. This topic is so fascinating.
Yeah, definitely. There's so much to unpack. I'm ready to dive in.
Hi, everyone. I'm really looking forward to this discussion. It's going to be great.
All right, let's jump right in. So one of the big questions is Christ God? What do you all think about that?
Well, Christians believe that Jesus is the Word made flesh, right? He said, "I and the Father are one." That's a pretty strong statement about his divinity.
Yeah, and his actions like healing and forgiving sins show divine authority. It's not just words, it's what he did.
And in Revelation, he's called the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. That really emphasizes his eternal nature.
That's true. But what about the crucifixion? Some interpretations reject it. How do we reconcile that?
The Bible and historical records, like Roman and Jewish history, confirm the crucifixion. It's a pivotal event.
Exactly. And the prophecies from the Old Testament, like the division of his garments, were fulfilled precisely.
It's not just about the event itself, but what it represents: sacrifice and redemption.
So why didn't God save Christ from the crucifixion?
The crucifixion wasn't a defeat. It was a sacrifice. Jesus took on the punishment for sin, fulfilling justice and mercy.
Yeah, forgiveness requires justice. His obedience even to death made salvation possible for believers.
It's a profound act of love and obedience. It's about the bigger picture of redemption.
That's deep. Now what about the Gospels? Are they altered or authentic?
There are over 24,000 ancient manuscripts of the New Testament. They mostly match modern versions. The Church only accepted the 4 Gospels after thorough verification.
Right, and the apocryphal texts were rejected because they contradicted core beliefs.
It's about consistency with the apostolic tradition. The authenticity is well documented.
And how can Christ be both God and man?
That's the mystery of the Incarnation. 2 natures in one person. He humbled himself to share in human weakness while maintaining his divinity.
It's not a transformation or separation, but an unbreakable union.
It's a unique and profound mystery of faith. It's about understanding his role in salvation.
Why don't the Gospels detail Christ's life before his ministry?
The Gospels focus on proving his divinity and redemption. His pre-ministry life wasn't the theological focus.
It's about his salvific works and teachings. The earlier years are still studied historically.
It's about the message and mission, not just the biography.
And what about the claim that Christ married Mary Magdalene?
There's no biblical evidence for that. Mary Magdalene is shown as a faithful disciple, not a spouse.
The sources claiming otherwise are late Gnostic texts without historical credibility.
In Christian theology, Christ is seen as the bridegroom of the church, a spiritual union, not an earthly marriage.
Lastly, how do Christians pray to figures like the Virgin Mary?
It's not worship but asking for intercession, like asking a friend to pray for you. Christ is the sole mediator.
Saints intercede as members of his body. It's about community and faith.
It's a spiritual connection, not a replacement for direct prayer to God.
Wow, this has been an enlightening discussion. Thanks everyone for sharing your insights. Any final thoughts?
Just that faith is about understanding and love. It's a journey.
Yeah, it's about personal experience with the living Christ.
And it's about seeking truth with an open heart.
Absolutely. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Until next time, keep exploring and questioning. See you soon.